So James, very exciting for us. As you know, we've got a 4 Points by Sheraton that we've been operating there for about 2 years, and right opposite the stadium in Perth. And just recently we announced the Western Perth, which also won Hotel Deal of the Year in the world of Starwood. So very exciting to see a brand new 5-star coming into the market of Perth. And tonight we're announcing the 224-room Aloft Riverdale. Again, that's with BGC. Buckeridge Group of companies, so we're delighted to be announcing our first Aloft in Australia, third hotel in Perth.
So a lot of momentum coming through here in a very mature market. Not a lot of deals have been done in Australia, but you've been signing a lot of hotels in the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's great to see we get some traction, and we this year in 2014 we'll open 6 hotels. We opened just earlier this month the 30-storey 4 Points by Sheraton Brisbane, which was great to see Starwood back in the city of Brisbane. I just flew in from Melbourne today. We just going through simulations with our brand new Sheraton Melbourne hotel in Little Collins Street, which sees the return of the Sheraton brand to the city of Melbourne, which is fantastic. And then we've got some really good growth in the Pacific Islands, and I think you know of some of those deals already, but just to recap, we have a Sheraton opening in Guaro Diva, which is the UNESCO listed site in New Caledonia, a beautiful property that'll open in September of this year. We have a Sheraton opening in Tokariki on Tokariki Island, 100 oceanfront bungalows, and then we will see Sheraton debut in Samoa, first internationally branded hotel company to go into Samoa, and we're delighted to be working with Fred Gray, the owner of the 2 Aggie Grays properties, Aggie Grays and Apia, and the Aggie Grays are a beachfront resort in Mulifuana Beach, and both those properties are undergoing a extensive PIP or property improvement plan, and will be rebranded as Sheraton Hotels, Sheraton Hotel in Apia and a Sheraton Resort in Mulifuana Beach, December 1. So it's six hotels in the Pacific, which is exciting.
I mean, Asia Pacic's been the buzz area for Starwood for some time,
right.
But this is now about the Pacific, isn't it?
Yeah, we were joking that our growth engine has really been China and India. Those emerging markets have really fueled Starwood's growth. We're now about 450 hotels circa with operating in pipeline. But I was joking with our divisional president, Stephen Ho, that the Pacific claims the first mover advantage this year. We got the first Sheraton opening in the division, and the first 4 Points by Sheraton opening. So we're off to a good start. We've got a pretty good pipeline. I think hotels as an asset class are back in vogue. I know you've been kept busy talking to various operators, and it's exciting to see new deals, isn't it? And I think we're very excited about the new growth and new deals being done, but we're equally excited to see so many of our existing hotels being renovated. So in the last sort of 2 years, we've seen 6 of our iconic hotels undergo major renovations, and they've come back to their former glory. And this year, we'll probably see another 5 hotels see extensive property improvement plans. And I think that speaks volumes about the market, and that the owners see financial returns in hotels as an asset class. And so our portfolio has never looked better, and I think the phones have never rung so hot in terms of potential investors in hotels. And if you look really to what's sold recently in these key markets and the prices these hotels have transacted at, I think new builds are back in vogue. It's no longer necessarily cheaper to buy an existing hotel than build one.
And obviously you're rounding out the portfolio as well. I mean, bringing Aloft into Australia, and obviously growing 4 Points and Sheraton growing as well. You've got a couple other brands there that have been in the market before. Are you confident of those other brands returning to the market in the next 3 or 4 years? Yeah,
we are. I think we're probably better positioned than most, because we have a portfolio of 9 international brands covering luxury, core 5-star and mid-scale. But Starwood's been long known as the largest luxury operator in the world, right? And I think we're well known for that. But where we see growth, especially here in the Pacific, is in mid-scale. And I think the new 4 Points by Sheraton Brisbane, which I think you've seen, it's pretty edgy, it's modern, and Aloft because it carries that WDNA. I think it's going to shake up that 4-star space, all that select serve space. And our pipeline at the moment is pretty much dominated by mid-scale inquiry. So that's somewhere where Starwood's got huge opportunity to grow.
You've got 2 hotels going into the Perth market. There was a Ritz-Carlton announced this week. There's another hotel company announcing another project on Monday. There's a lot of hotels going into Perth at a little bit of time. How confident are you of the Perth market given the talk of mining plateaus and not boom, so to speak?
Yeah, right. I think when we worked with the Buckeridge Group of companies, BGC, and in government, in getting these 2 hotel deals off the ground, namely the Western Perth and the Aloft Riverdale, we talked about the fact that midweek in Perth, there's incredible compression and some crazy rates, right? And there's a huge need for room supply. Demand is really outstripping supply. That said, there's new segments like lucrative corporate meetings and incentives that really don't go to Perth, because midweek in Perth you can't get competitive rates for large group blocks. So we think with the new convention centre and new room supply with large ballrooms, which we'll have, we'll be able to compete on an international stage for that business out of Asia, given Perth's close location to source markets like Singapore and Malaysia, but also business from the eastern seaboard, which has really bypassed Perth in recent years because frankly you can't negotiate a room block at a reasonable rate, and that's the feedback we've had resoundingly from our PCOs and travel partners.